Now, if you're alive, then you will have heard Splatoon 3 is coming out, and due to hype, my adrenal glands have slowly begun killing me. So I thought, whilst I'm still alive, I might as well make a video detailing all the facts on the Splatoon 3 announcement trailer with some speculation at the end. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and dislike if you didn't. Let's start at the very beginning of the trailer, a very good place to start. So right as the trailer opens, we see some new gear, and by the looks of it there's a possibility that we could have double facial gear, as the Inkling first takes off their mask, then their glasses, both separate. Another thing to notice is the choice of Inkling or Octolink right at the start. This is good for the scrubs who didn't buy Octo Expansion. The nerve to not get such a fantastic DLC. You can also see that you can choose all the hairstyles regardless of gender, which I think is a fantastic choice. One more thing I'm very excited about is the introduction of more hair and leg wear, as who didn't get annoyed at the lack of both these things in Splatoon 2? Welcome to the hype train, because this is probably going to be the most hyped feature of Splatoon 3, the appropriately named Little Buddy, a tiny little salmonid. We can only hope for tiny hats to go along. What will the Little Buddy be able to do in game? Will they help in battle? Will they be purely cosmetic? Whatever they are, I'm pretty sure everyone is hyped. We see tape over fences that the Inkling runs by. This seems to be hinting at the fate of the Splatoon world, and it reminds me of Octo Expansion. The slightly more obvious object in this scene, though, is the Eiffel Tower. Upside down and decaying, it isn't looking so great. However, we don't know whether it was like this before, because we've never seen it. At least, I don't think we have. I never played Splatoon 1. So I'm not going to let my speculation run too free. A thing we get a better look at here is the bow the Inkling is holding, and we shall go on to see this bow featured heavily in the trailer. This leads me to believe that it will be the poster weapon for the game, much like the Julies for Splatoon 2. Moving on, here we see that the ink tanks will be different. I don't like this new design much, but hey, maybe they're customizable or something. You can see trains and cars in the background, and of course people are going to ask whether it's Deep Sea Metro here, but I say it's too generic to tell, as with the other train later on. Here we can see that the Inklings have probably retained power to a point, because you can see power lines. These may be dead, but they aren't interrupted or broken at any point we can see, so I'd say they're probably working. In the corner we see a little touch of Splatoon graffiti fun with a little squid drawn on the railing. Again, we see a train with an Ammo Knights logo and a few other stickers and markings, but it's still a little bit too generic for my liking. The screen goes black for a few seconds, and we see a shot from inside this train with a regularly featured Splatoon name card, which has a scribble on it. A jellyfish with slightly too many legs lies drunkenly beside our Inkling and their buddy, and a fish person stands blurred in the foreground. This fish person looks Deep Sea Metro-y, but we've seen fish people like this in other places too, like in the bands. Music plays tinnily, but our little small fry buddy doesn't seem to mind and still dances along happily. I'm dying of cuteness, please help me! After a short transition, the Inkling steps off the train into a beautiful new city, and we see the beauty of the new lobby, Splatsville, in a kind of industrial way. There is Splatoon graffiti everywhere. Quick fire time! Look! This seems surprisingly close to the entrance to Octo Expansion. Just gonna drop that there. Oh look! Daycare Tower probably didn't get destroyed. Is that a snake? This bit looks really cool, by the way, this shot. Best in the trailer for me. I spy Ammo Knights. And boom, the logo. I love it. Back to normal speed. These weird kitchen-looking machine respawn point things present a pessimistic view of Splatoon 3 to me. They appear to be a gimmick that doesn't add much to the game, but perhaps our expectations will be subverted, or it will be juicy enough to be permitted. The weapons we see here are that cool bow thing. It's got a long string section wound up in 3 shooty looking things, 1 big and 2 small. I'm betting due to the long string that it's chargeable, and as we see later in the trailer, that it is also triple burst shot. A redesigned charger, looks like an eel eater to me. A golden dynamo roller, whatever. And a weird blaster. This looks like a variant and not a redesign to me, and I wonder what that special thing about it is. gal and the splatter shot look fairly standard, although I think they redesigned the splatter shot again. I will, however, note the weird looking slosher. Is that me or new variant? Plus, I just noticed that the Hydra Splatling is short! Look at that barrel, oh yeah. We next see the main feature of the weird respawn things, as far as we can tell, and oh, that's why they use these things. It's because the old respawn things are broken. Look, there's the old broken one. This stage really represents the Chaos victory well, with the desert background and rundown looking stage, as well as the fact that the whole stage is held up by creaky seeming scaffolding. When the battle actually starts, if we stop at exactly the right time, we can see the bow is in fact triple shot, and in a second we see that it is exactly like a charger, light and all. This Inkling seems to do a special sideways jump in squid form, and maybe there will be special abilities in the game, perhaps a replacement for subs? Just mini ones. The blaster user jumps up really high, and this further confirms this theory of movement subs. This is probably a lie as you can only see it for a few frames, but that's a suspiciously wide blaster shot, and a suspiciously large explosion radius. Maybe that's what variant it is. In the background, you can also see that the bow has projectile drop. That's an Inkzooka? It looks like a splatling that shoots giant explosions that you hold like an Inkzooka. Unusual. I guess we probably getting redesigned specials, although will we still have any old ones? Who knows. Also, the way that the Inkzooka thing shoots out empty cases is pretty satisfying. The pixel glasses look nice. The crab robot is probably a special. Maybe you can throw one of these out and then either control it directly or it's an AI, but it looks pretty cool to me. And that's just about it for the trailer. Fade to white and then to black. I will definitely be covering any and all news regarding Splatoon 3, if my adrenal glands don't kill me first, before then anyway. Crash, out.